I mean, so when I went to visit Luton, as you say, it's a very urbanised area. There is very, very little green space. It's, if you Googled it, and you Google Maps, you just see house after house after house. You, obviously, one of the things you wanted to do was bring some greenery to the area. And you've come up with this idea, I think it's a movable forest, if I'm right in saying. And also, am I right in saying that come from a similar project from Barcelona?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you explain a little bit about the thing in Barcelona and how somebody saw that and then thought, right, we can adapt that for our area?
Yeah. So the project in Barcelona, they have a series, I think it's like a whole square of trees that are planted in huge containers that they could ultimately move about at different times of the year. And of course, we've been planting trees, sort of permanent trees in verges, but we had the idea of how do we create sort of movable trees that you could move about in the area. So we had a location, sort of our partners at the local primary school, where we used that as the location to have those trees, and we planted them in containers. I don't remember how many litres, quite 1,000 litre, yeah, quite huge. And so we were able to do that, and to this day we've still got those trees, and they're growing really well.
Yeah, because I'm researching this. I looked online, and there was a story about this would have been Kent Online. And I said a lot of the responses to that were very negative. Oh, the trees will get torn down. They're going to be vandalised, this, that, and the other. And they'll take it. But how's it progressed since you started that project? And possibly trying to actually fight back against some of the negativity and assumptions that people make about an area who don't necessarily even live there.
Yeah, and especially with the trees that we've been planting in the main road, of course, it being a main road, there'll suddenly be red flags saying, oh, you can't do that, or you can't plant it at a junction of the road. But then now that we've got it done, we've got a precedent that you could point to and say, well, we want more of that now.
Yeah.
I think one thing was definitely around sort of who's involved in that change, what are the sort of people that you need to have that conversation to deliver that change, especially when we talk about tangible things that you want to deliver in the area. There's all sorts of conversations you need to have, and bringing on the community on board. And I think for me, especially like the tree planting projects that we've been doing, that's been hugely influential in how our area looks and feels. And that's been a case of, we've been able to plant as many trees as we could in the available space that there are in terms of green spaces. So having that sense of ambition is quite important when you have that long-term view and being able to have projects where you can upscale constantly. So now we were able, once we planted out pretty much every verge available in our area, now we've been planting trees on the actual street, which before that street had never had trees on Luton Road, the main road. So now we're able to deliver change that has never happened before. And again, as I say, we're the ones that are doing it and no one else is doing it. So I think that's important, that sense of ambition.